Do I have it on all messages? Yes, I do. Oh, you know what? Here's community moderation. Let's try something new. Let's see. Can I? Hold on. There we are. So, there's new buttons now on our live feed. And I just discovered them. So, so there we go. Hi, Melanie. This should help with the trolling on a weekend. And I know some people stop watching my lives because of a lot of the trolling that's going on. And I get it. It's annoying. It's annoying because you're trying to be here and we're trying to. So, but I do want to try my best to do what I can. All right. So I do have on that is subscriber only mode. So you have to subscribe in order to be able to comment, and hopefully that will help. Hi, Annette. Yeah, I just located that. So when I go in for to change my chat to all chat, underneath there, I noticed it said something about moderator, and I'm like, what is that? And I looked into it, and I noticed that I could change it. All this time, I think it hasn't been there that long, but it has been there for, I would say, a month or so that I've noticed. So that's kind of cool. So we have a UFO. I told you there was going to be a sighting of a UFO. Oh, I don't have my UFO earrings on. Wait a second. I got to put on my UFO earrings. Let's see. Yeah, we have to have the UFO earrings on. Let's see. Let's get our UFO earrings out. We're going to change them out because you can't do a UFO without your earrings. I'm just being silly right now. So, oh my. And these earrings, well, oh, there they go. Let's put them on. Let's see. And I will show you. So I have been cleaning. I've been feeling overwhelmed with just life in general, and then I walk into this room and I'm super creative, but yet overwhelmed. Here we go. We've got them on. Here we go. And so I did spend time. It's actually so clean now. For a little bit over here, it's clean. Down here, over, I have cleaned up. I needed to do that this morning, and when I was and I've been doing this, right? It's just I really like would move things around when I was cleaning up and shifting things. Hi, a lot of Christmas UFOs. They were all stuffed under there. It was a lot. So I found all these UFOs or projects that were sent that I just didn't have time to do. So we're gonna do them now. So we have this. I found this. This is a Christmas tree. This was from the Soft Square box last year. I don't remember. Feed is choppy. Breaking. Why is it breaking up? Not up. For in voice choppy. My give me a second. That's what I'm going to check connection. We're checking. Connection check was successful. I wonder what's going on. I could go back in and come back out if we are still chopped. Linda said she would go in and out and hopefully let me know, or let me know. So I start this before I do this. You better? Are we good? Are we good or not good? Which one are we? Back again from the phone. Choppy and blurry. What in the world? Okay. Let's see. I'm going to go in. Sean is not live today, so you have an extra time. Okay. I will go out and I will come back in. Now someone says, yes, it's good. I did not know that Sean was not. I'm better. Melanie says we're better. Jessica, you're better. Annette, are you better? Good. Hi, Sarah. Oh, you're better now. Back away from the phone. Okay, so here we go. This is my UFO Christmas tree. All right. And now, this is what I have. So I did start this in Puerto Rico because remember I went to Puerto Rico, and so I think this was on a live in Puerto Rico to recuperate. So I did bring stuff home thinking I would get to it and then just never did. And I found it. And you know what's interesting is my Grammy was sitting, I remember my grandma was sitting with me when I was doing this. And in the midst of everything yesterday, I was thinking how grateful, I hope I don't cry, because I'm starting to well up. How grateful, and this was in the shower, mind you, how grateful, and I thought how grateful for me I am, and what an amazing way for my grandma's last year to be here, because we hadn't been able to celebrate the holidays together in a very, very long time. So you know when they say when you have lemons or whatever, when things go sour, there's always like a rainbow over. I know I'm not saying it right, but you can make lemonade, all that stuff. So I got thinking in the shower how I was grateful, but my grandmother got her wishes in her last year because we hadn't been able to do Christmas together. And because, yes, I had emergency surgery, yes, I went through craziness, I was able to spend her last year at being able to celebrate with her during Christmas. So I was thinking about that. And that was that. And it was this project that did that because I found this project. My kiddo's birthday is today and his name is Jet, right? J-E-T-T. So happy birthday, Jet. And so, yes, so I remember her sitting out there and I remember spending all this precious time with her during Christmas last year. And I was happy that I was able to do that because I wouldn't have been able to do that this year. See what the difference a year makes. Can't take anything for granted. So this is the top. This is the top here. He's 10. 10. Happy birthday, Jet. So we have the Christmas tree top here. And I had gotten this box. Let me show it to you. This box. And they were supposed to be markers. Well, Linda, happy anniversary. And hi, Sean, I didn't know you weren't going live. They just told me. So I had these are supposed to be markers for your quilt. And so this will say row 1, block 1. The next one says row 1, block 2. But instead of it going row 2, block 1, row 2, block 2, this all says row 1, block 1 in all different colors. So they're really not very good quilt markers. They're really lousy quilt markers. And I believe these were gifted to me, but I've seen them on Temu. So don't order them because they are not true markers. But what I did decide to do was forget about the row. I was just going to say, instead of block 1, we're just going to go with that it's row 1 and use it that way. Good morning, Sherry. And then here is row 2. I know it says block 1, row 1, block 2, disregard. So instead of throwing out all these little markers, I've just kind of done that. So this never got put together. And remember, I said I wanted Christmas trees in every room, and this is a Christmas tree. So we're going to sew this up, hopefully long arm it, and get it in one of the rooms of the house. Getting coffee, any orders? I'd like some tea, but I actually have some tea. I have some decaf, I'm still welling, decaf jasmine tea. I love the way jasmine smells. It smells so good. Yeah, I'm glad Sean's here, but I did not know that he was not going live. So I learned something new this morning. All right, so I'm coming in here, and this star has to match. See this? This is it. And so what we need to do is put this on top. And so what I'm going to do is when I pin this row together, I am going to pin it. And I need to shut off that iron. Oh, I did shut off that iron. Oh, good. And I'm going to pin this. Of course, I have to pin this where these are going out, right? This has to go out. Let me see. Yeah. So I'm going to push this over. And we're going to come in here and repress this so that it lays flat. Okay, there we are. Okay, so we're going to do that. So that's how I'm going to pin this. Let's see. I need to duck off soon. I know. My Saturday mornings, I used to watch you every Saturday mornings, and I will say I have been more busiest on Saturday mornings than I've ever been in a long time. I made cranberry hibiscus tea for me. Ooh, that sounds yummy. Good morning, Katie. But I saw Katie's going to have Sean on her channel, and Katie had Sean on her channel not too long ago, right? I saw you. I feel like I saw you and Sean on your channel just recently. Did you put a no live post? Oh, I know, because everybody's going to be wanting to know, right? Here we are. Well, we've got a lot going on today. We are meeting up with some friends in a Mexican restaurant, and we are going to have a good old time. Ouch! It'll be kind of like a date night. Well, a a lunch date. There we go. It's going to be more like a lunch date for Honey and I, too. We're just going to put it all in. And Thanksgiving, we don't even know what we're doing for Thanksgiving yet. Our Thanksgiving plans are so up in the air right now. I'm waiting to hear from my kiddo if he's got off from the restaurant, or if he's working. If he's working, my other son, he works all the time. It seems like on Thanksgiving because the weather is always off. So we're just going on the 1. And we figured, well, if there's not going to be any kids, we're not cooking a whole turkey. Like my son says, Mom, you have Thanksgiving like every month, once a month, if not, once every other month. He says, I think I've been to 7 or 8 Thanksgivings in the past. Remember I was telling you I was cooking up a turkey almost every week for like the last 6 weeks. So he says, I think we've nailed the Thanksgiving together. So yeah. So we've got that going on. We're gonna probably just do something like, believe it or not, like I have pasteles in the freezer that I made. So we might pull those out and have those and just enjoy the day. No cleaning, no cooking. I even suggested going to a restaurant. He's like, no. I think it's gonna be good. Let's see. Yes, you should. Sean, I had not talked to you via email yesterday. I would not have known that you have been searching for you. Oh, I would have been searching. I did see that, and we'll work on that shortly. Nico won't be home till December 1st if the weather behaves. Oh, and K Money's here, which is Regina. Do you get the whole week off? I do not get the whole week off. So I work Monday and Tuesday. And in one of the classes in particular, I am kind of arranging with the other 2 TAs a fun thing for that class. We are going to do a Friendsgiving in that class. And between the 3 of us, we're going to provide all the food. It's going to be our treat to the kids. And so it's going to be a play on Thanksgiving. So a lot of times all the classrooms do a Thanksgiving where they have like parents bring or kiddos bring like turkey, mashed potatoes, all the stuff. Then the kiddos sometimes put on pilgrim outfit. I don't know. They do all kinds of things. And we're going to do a Friendsgiving. I talked to the classroom teacher. So for Halloween, what I set up for that class was decorate your own cupcake for Halloween. So this time I thought let's do a Friendsgiving, and the menu is going to be make your own turkey sandwich because that's a good life skill. So you could throw in some life skill lessons in there. Yes, I will be quilting a Christmas tree wall hanging quilt. Oh, that's cool. And so we're going to have that. That builds, it's a special ed class. So, it builds good stuff like that. So I'm going to provide turkey and bread, and then we'll put them on the plates, and we'll go through a lesson of life skills of making a turkey sandwich. And when kiddos, or maybe you don't know, when kiddos make their own food, they tend to eat it. A lot of times they tend to eat it. So even the pickiest eaters. So we have that. And so I figured let's have them make it. And I think it's going to be cute. So we're going to do that. We're going to put on some kind of, I don't know. We'll find something to do. Whether it's music, a background with music, one of those popular YouTubers that do, like they like Danny Go and that kind of stuff. And Jack Hartman is his name. I don't know, some other guy. So we'll find something Thanksgiving related and educational. And so it's gonna be that. And we were going to do mashed potatoes, but then we realized we really can't leave the class. And I could leave the class, but the other ones can't. So, but to heat up mashed potatoes, by the time they get there, it's gonna be cold. So we're going to do a play on mashed potatoes. We're going to do potato chips. So we're going to have sandwiches. I want to be the kid in your class. I can't decide a binding, though. Good morning, Mona. I get today off all appointments. I'm going to be at my machine all day. That's great. I won't be at my machine all day, but I'm gonna try to get this Christmas tree, this UFO done. So now I have row. Forget that it says row 1, block 3, which is really row 3. So we're gonna go with row 3, and here we are. So we're gonna have, make your own turkey sandwich. Potato chips for like the mashed potatoes. We can't do popcorn because that's a choking hazard. You know, because in Peanuts they do a Friendsgiving, but we can't do that because that would not. I don't want that. I don't want that responsibility. Let's see. What else did we say we were going to do? We'll have cranberry sauce, and we're gonna have applesauce because they all love applesauce. So I'm actually thinking about making cranberry applesauce. So we may do that. We may have a cranberry applesauce. What is this gift? Mona sent a thank you. Well, thank you, Mona. Let me see that. I still got to figure that out. You should have seen me. I was calling your praise because, what? Now I can't get it out. Hello? All right, it's going to stay on, and now I can't read my... Come on. Okay, I give up. It's now not showing me the chat. I hit that little present and it's not showing me the chat. It has decided. Oh, there we go. I got it. So, yeah, so we're having cranberry applesauce, potato chips, the sandwich. Oh, and then I think we should have a vegetable. I haven't figured out what veggie yet. I don't know if they're going to like green beans. Oh, you sent me flowers? You are all so cute. I didn't see it. I see it says Melanie sent flowers. I didn't have points to give. I'm learning so many new things, Mona, you know, as I go. So we'll do that. What else am I? Oh, and then we were talking about pumpkin pie, apple pie. And we thought of apple cider donuts because last month there was, this class is so small. So last month there was extra donuts from something and the kiddos like them. So we're going to get apple cider donuts. Someone's bringing cookies. But then we got talking about maybe not doing the apple cider donuts because I thought of the idea, well, since they're making their own turkey sandwich, wouldn't it be fun if I said I have everything for it, have a dessert sundae bar. So make your own sundae. But maybe I should say that for next one. I don't know. We're toying with the idea of doing maybe make your own sundaes. But, you know, we want to express friendship, Friendsgiving, and that kind of stuff. And just, you know, play games. We've got lots of educational games. We have a water table that we rarely use. And maybe we'll pull out the water table because it's an extra special time. There's a book called Run Turkey Run. Those words are repeated on the book for every other page. The kids can play a drum with the words. And at the end of the book, the family eats grilled cheese. Oh my goodness, that is... I actually saw it, being that I'm in the library, but I hadn't read it, but that's super cute. Sandwiches because the farmer couldn't catch the turkey. Oh, ideas. Well, there was a book that was just read in art class, and it was super darling. I gotta figure out what that book was called. Maybe it was called Caught the Turkey or something. I don't remember. And the book was hysterical. So it's this, I think it's a moose couple, and they have friends, and they're all different animals. And the wife says to the husband that she wants a turkey for Thanksgiving, and that this is the first year that his wife ever asked him to bring a turkey home. So he goes out with his friends looking for a turkey. And like throughout the whole book, he's thinking maybe the wife is going to serve turkey because it's Thanksgiving and the friends, and then they find the turkey, and the turkey thinks that he is going to be fed as Thanksgiving. And so here they go on this wild goose chase. They finally get the turkey to the house. And the wife says, oh, I'm so excited. I have a turkey for Thanksgiving. And then the turkey is like, you know, the expression of the turkeys is kind of funny. And so the wife says, I have a very special place for you to sit at the table. Still thinking, right? Still alluding that the turkey may be the thing that's on the table. And she pulls out a chair and she says, you're going to sit next to me. And then she says, this is what I made for Thanksgiving. And it's all vegetarian dishes. It was just super cute. It was cute. All the kids were like, what? They're not going to eat the turkey? And then, you know, we had the whole talk about vegetarians, and now everybody eats turkey for Thanksgiving. And we had 3 vegetarians in that classroom. Oh, so it was a super darling book. So, but that was in a different class. I'm in so many classes, I can't keep them all straight. Like yesterday afternoon, we had, how many? I had two library classes in which we made turkey traps using STEAM, or the STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. So the kids had to use all the STEAM or STEM, whatever you guys call it, all the stuff, blocks, and then they had to build a trap, and then we had little paper turkeys. So we did that. And then at the end of the day, I was in an art class and we paper mached. Yeah, that was, I was watching everybody, and it was funny because the art teacher's like, some people are paper machers and some aren't. And I'm just watching the kids with the glue, and it was actually very comical because they got their paper all stuck on their hands and they're trying to get it all. It was a fun class. It was a fun class, needless to say. Oh, I can't wait to see their work when it's all dried. So here we go. We got this part. I really am enjoying this year. It is just, it's funny. Okay, so here we're going to call this row 4. And we're going to open this up. I hope I'm doing this right. I'm like now looking at it. Yeah, I am. And here we are. So there we have this. And I cleaned over here. Look at this. This is the basket with all the cards that are used. And then this is the basket with all the cards that we can still use. I am doing some Christmas, so we probably should do some Christmas. And then I have packs of cards that haven't even been opened. That's how I was really clean. Sandwiches, wait, what is this? That's coming right along. It is. So here we are. This is Christmas trivia, since we're sewing up some Christmas. Did we do this? No. What former heavyweight boxing champion married Rose Morgan on Christmas Day of 1955? Now, all this, I remember that all this was using scraps. The whole thing is using scraps. So this was not a planned, scrappy, like, you know, a planned quilt using specific fabric. My grandmother and we ironed everything, and I had a huge bag of scraps from all different projects over the years. And I packed all that to Puerto Rico, and I made lots of scrap quilts with it. And this was one of them. Here we are. Let's see. Anybody? Anybody up there? Nobody knows? It's okay. It actually, I do know Joe Lewis. Yes, it's yeah, it's Joe Lewis. So here we are. What happened to the drummer boy's lamb when he played his song? It's Lewis, Louis. Yes, it is. It's gonna have, I mean, I was like, I found it and then I just thought about that whole thing. I guess I went downstairs to take a shower and then I got thinking about everything. Like just, it was just how, what a time, what a trying time for me, but what a very special time I had too. And I can't give that back, that special time, right? I can't get it back, but I was lucky enough to have it. There we go. I also see a lot of my old Christmas projects in there. You know, all different kinds. All different kinds. But I will say it goes by together really quick if anybody. Are those mushroom earrings? No, these are my UFO earrings because I'm working on a UFO. Spaceship. So this is the sighting, the UFO sighting right here. And right here. I have a lot of sightings going on. And then as I clean today, like I said, I found more it's not that I found more UFOs, but today I found projects. So I found the Christmas UFOs, but then I found the Christmas projects from last year, like from Advent boxes, from gifts that were sent to me. So we'll be working on that kind of stuff on my lives, you know. This can't get it back, but you will never lose it. That's right. Marches or dances to the beat. So it is, he comes back to life. I guess I better watch The Drummer Boy again. Well, soon we will be. What did Rudolph never get to join in? What did Rudolph never get to join in? I do have a fun game to play in a little bit. Once I get this sewn up, and that'll be quick, we'll talk about borders and stuff. But what did Rudolph never get to, what did it say? Join in? The reindeer games. That's right, the reindeer games. Oh, this was a good movie. Who starred as the wife in The Bishop's Wife? Who starred as the wife in The Bishop's Wife? Now, I'm going to say it's probably the first one, because the second one, the newer version, was someone else. But if you know the newer one, we say we could go for it too. Okay, so this is row 5. I'm going to go with that. And I'm going to put this here, here. Loretta Young, yes. Since our king-size bed got ruined? I have lots of king sheets, so I dug those out for backings. Yes, those would make great back. Never seen The Bishop's Wife. I've never seen the older version, but I did see the newer version. Wasn't the newer version Who's the newer version with? It wasn't Loretta Young. Okay, this is going to drive me nuts. Hold on. There's, I don't know what happened there, but I don't like that. There we go. What's it about? Oh my gosh. I can't tell you. I can't remember. I just remember seeing it. I just remember seeing it a while ago. It is a Christmas movie. Maybe someone here knows the background. I don't know. It was a nice, yeah, it was a nice Christmas movie. I remember that too. I just don't recall the whole thing of it. Okay. We're going to leave that there. how many more rows? I have 2 more rows. Okay, 2 more rows. So let's do this, and then we're going to play this game. I pulled it out. I forgot I had it. I didn't know there was a new version. Well, I think there's a really old black and white version, right? And then there's one that's in color, but I don't remember what year it was. Unless I'm mistaken and I'm thinking about a different movie completely, because that could very be, it could very be true that I mixed them up. Morning, Joe. All right, here we are. Counting Rudolph, how many reindeers are there? Oh, I did this one. Didn't I? No, I guess I didn't. All right, I have to go and lay this down. Here we go. Counting Rudolph, how many reindeers are there? We have 9 and we have 10. The one was without Rudolph. So let's see what they say. They say that there is 9. They say 9. Come on, I need to ease, but not that much. I need to ease, but not that much. Okay. In How the Grinch Stole Christmas, what was the name of the Grinch's dog? There we are. We've got it now. Play around with it just a little bit and you get it. The Grinch's dog, the name. You have Max. Max. I was thinking Sam, but it may be Max. Been a long time. I better get on to my Christmas watching. Max is also my son's name. I finished making 8 loaves of homemade challah bread. Oh, that's so good. Made myself some oatmeal. Then it was time for a dog nap. I understand that, and it is. It's Max. Max. This song tells about so here's the next one. This song tells of a message from the wind to the lamb. Lamb to the shepherd, shepherd to the king, and king to his people. To the lamb, lamb to the shepherd. No, that's not it. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Or what verse it is. That's not that song. Yeah, maybe it is. Okay. What is it? Do you hear what I hear? That's it. Do you hear what I hear? All right, here we go. Who portrayed Santa in the Lemon Drop Kid? Who portrayed Santa in the Lemon Drop Kid? Let's see. Annette is right. Do you see what I see? Do you hear what I hear? A star, a star. Oh, do you? Okay. Let's see. The exact word is do you hear what I hear? Never heard. I've never heard of the movie Lemon Drop Kid. So I may just give this to you. It is Bob Hope. Bob Hope. Bob Hope. And in Miracle on 34th Street, what was Doris Walker's title? What was Doris Walker's title? And my honey's funny too, because I talked to him and I said, you know, I'm thinking I want Thanksgiving if nobody is coming. I think I just don't want to do anything. I just want to like just chill out, watch movies, maybe sew a little here and there. Because actually I do have work. I have sewing work I have to get done. Paid sewing work. So, so he says, oh, does that mean that we can have Thanksgiving this weekend? The man loves his Thanksgiving meals. Loves it. I don't know. I'm getting sick of turkey. But he loves it. Because he says, even if we decide we're doing something, you said you were going to make a ham because everybody else wants a ham. I go, yeah. He goes, so this will be a perfect time to make another turkey. And every time he goes out to the grocery store, the man brings back another turkey. This is how we end up with like 6 turkeys because he can't help himself. What you're working on? Event coordinator for Macy's. It is a personnel director, the personnel director. That's right, because doesn't she hire Santa or something? Here. So we've got this right here. This is going to be such a pretty quilt. Let's see. So this is the next block, 6. I don't know what happened to its tag. For some reason, this one didn't get tagged. Okay. So we're going to put that here and here. And when I did this in Puerto Rico, I did not have a design wall. So I believe I'm going to find things touching each other. And I think I just took the blocks and randomly put them together. So when we open this up, when it's done sewing, we will all be surprised, including myself, of what the outcome is going to look like. All right, here we go. I'm going to go to the end. And then after we put this layer on here, we have the tree trunk, and then the main part of the quilt will have been, the body of it will have been done. Oh, it'll be good to get this off my plate, or just not trapped somewhere. This was hiding, hiding while I was cleaning. It was hiding in plain sight, put it that way. It is. It does. It really does. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm so glad I found it this week. It was a good week to find it. All right, here we go. And then I really want to play the game that I found. What military academy cadets sing the corpse to conclude their singing of Christmas carols? What military academy cadets sing the corpse to conclude their singing of Christmas carols? So pick a branch, any branch at this point. Hi, Tammy. Oh, Tammy's virtual retreat starts in 11 minutes. Okay. West Point. I had on my West Point shirt yesterday. I had on my daddy's jacket on yesterday at school with my West Point shirt. My dad did physicals for the cadets at West Point, and yesterday was camo day. So every Friday we have, they call it a spirit day, and it was camo day. So a lot of our kids came in like hunting clothes because that, you know, I live in the middle of the mountains. That's what kiddos do here. And but I wore my dad's stuff. And then a friend of mine who has season tickets to the West Point football games bought me a shirt, and I just wore that with it. Not everyone can go. You have to pre-register and get an invite, and I didn't. Well, there we go. So here we go. What singers are the Trulas and Para? Oh, wait a second. This is a Puerto Rican question. How cool is that? Okay. This one is, we always learn of Christmas tradition in a country. And here's one for Puerto Rico. Ready? What singers are the Trullas, and because it's double A, it's a ya, the Trullas and la Paradas in Puerto Rico? Well, who are they? Because I don't even know. Look at me getting all excited. What singers are the Trullas y Paradas in Puerto Rico? Ready? Because I didn't even know this. It is called the Bands of Carolers. They're the Bands of Carolers. All right. In what song are people dressed in holiday style? Children are laughing and people are passing. Children laughing and people are passing. That's your clue. Yep, silver bells. Silver bells it is. Okay, on what continent is Christmas celebrated in the Nun's Story? I have no idea. I've never heard of the Nun's Story. It's a movie apparently, but it gives me a choice. Ready? It is Africa or Asia. On what continent is the Christmas celebrated in the Nun Story? Africa or Asia? These must be some really old movies they're talking about. And this trivia does not tell me what year this was produced. Africa guessing. All right, we're going to put on the tree trunk now. That's Audrey Hepburn. Oh, Made by Misty. Hi, Made by Misty. Welcome. It is in Africa. Which King George began the tradition of standing through part of the Messiah? I'm guessing the song. What King George? First, second, third, fourth? Which one? Okay, so we're up to this. And now we have, let's see. I hope I'm doing this right. And then we have the last row, row 7. And we're going to open this up. And this is the tree trunk. that was picked for whatever reason. Probably, it was probably because I had that scrap. So we are going to come here and put this on. And even the background itself is also white on whites. Like that one is a snowflake, that one has that. So this is a true scrap quilt, because even the background is all scrappy. My lips are dry. So I'm gonna cut in here. Ooh. So I don't, this is way too big. I don't know if I was, maybe I took on too much coquito. Let's see. I'm just gonna come see what I did here, because every other row came together and this row does not seem to be. So we're going to, yeah, you know, stuff happens. Grandma liked her coquito. That woman loved coquito during Christmas. Okay, so this is the center. And we're going to take the center and then we're going to pin out, and I'm just going to trim because it's like by a lot. It's not even like somewhere along the line I miscut something. It's always the last piece, right? It's always right before you're done that something would go haywire. It's in everything, not only quilting. Oh, wait. I have to put this way. And this is a tossed fabric, so I don't have to worry too much about, here we go. So we'll put that in the center and we'll just work our way out, and then we'll trim. Because I did do something crazy. You're lurking. That's okay, Misty. You lurk away. You lurk away. And then I have a fun thing. Here we are. On what holiday, on 1879, sorry folks, 1879, did Thomas Edison first give a public demonstration of his lighting discovery? So I'm just pinning this one side, and I have it by, it looks like a 1/2 inch. So I don't know why, but I cut this sucker 1/2 inch more than it needed to be. So we're gonna go for it. I'll cry if I'm a 1/2 inch short on the other end, but that's all right. Here we go. My thread wants to come out. Here we are. Don't come out. I don't even know. So we're going to find New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve. What? According to Christmas legend, John Canoe calls this island home. Is it Jamaica or Aruba? I don't even know who that is. So what we're going to do is, after I get this trunk on and I show you this quilt, I'll show you what was in with it, and I'm not sure why, and I don't even know if I have enough for a border, but in the bag that I took it out of, because I took it out of the bag and put it in that art bin. I'll show you that, but I found this little fun game this morning, and we can play it, and it's going to be fun, and everybody's going to partake in it. We're making our own story. So have you heard of Mad Libs? I have quilting Mad Libs. Yes, quilting Mad Libs. So I think we're going to all have some funny answers, and we'll do a Mad Lib and then a quilter's Mad Lib, and I will end it there. Just because once I start my day out of here, it's going to be a rat race for the day. And oh wow, this side I was even more. I cut this completely off. You should see how much. So the one was a 1/2 inch. And this one, I'm not going to cut anything off just to make sure, was a good, looks like 3.5 inch piece. I don't know what I was doing. All right, let's see. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Molly. Sitting in the airport working on some hexes and listening in this morning. Well, we're going to have some fun. I'm going to put this up. I'm going to spin you all around. And hopefully I didn't do something funky with the trunk. But I don't think so. I knew when nothing was kind of going that there's something wrong. So here's another Christmas tree that will find its way somewhere in my home, in some room. I'm going to put a simple border, and now looking at it, it's quite big. So I don't necessarily want it this big. So, okay, that does look like it's in the center. So yeah, I just have to cut off a 1/2 inch and then that little 3 inch. But what I'm going to do is, it does need a border just because I want to lock in everything and just kind of frame it a little. Here we go. Let me put this. Hi, Anna. Or Anna. Sorry. You're Anna. I had the Anna. So this was in there. And I don't have any more of this. And it's got like little Christmas trees on here. So let's see what I have on here and see. Because you know what I could always do is I could always cut this in half and just make a really skinny border, since this is really more of something that's going to be hung than something that, well, this is a really long piece. So we have this. Okay, we have that. And wait, and this is a very long piece because that piece wasn't long enough. So here, we'll take this. And we'll put that here. Yes, that works. I guess I have enough. I guess that's why I put it here. Because I have that and this. And then I have this piece here. Look at this very long piece. One, let's see. The only thing is, yeah, I will. I'll have enough. It'll be tight. I may have to, I see that I may have to do some cornerstones, which is fine. We'll do some cornerstones. It'll be tight, but it will work. So that's our Christmas tree. And then maybe we could put lights on it. I'm going to the dollar store to look for some cording. So we'll look for, like, I don't know. I'll find stuff in the dollar store and see what I can find. And maybe we'll decorate this tree with some things. I think it'll be cool. Because I don't think I'm going to get to my shed. I can't even walk into my shed. Those boys, I don't know what they did, but they were definitely, here, you know what? I'm going to put these with the yellow cards. I'll put these here. All right, let's go ahead and do a Mad Lib, a quilter's Mad Lib, because I know some people have places to go, people to see, that kind of thing. But we finished a UFO, so that's the good news. All right, here, we're going to finish. Did we do this? Thomas Edison, we did this. So according to the Christmas legend, John Canoe calls this island home, and it is Jamaica. We're going to finish up this card. In Frosty the Snowman, where was Frosty and Karen's destination? There we go. I've got my pen out. If you have red for cornerstones, that would be in the log cabin. Exactly. Mama J, yes, Andrea. Yes, we're going to do something fun like that. And we have the North Pole, and it is the North Pole. Who said to the little lamb, "Do you see what I see?" Who said to the lamb, do you see what I see? Oh, here we go. And this is the perfect one, because this one we're going to put back here, because we're going into quilting in space. And being that we have seen UFOs have been seen in this room, okay? We just finished one. How about that? Mad Libs quilting in space. We're going to do that. Let's see. It was the night wind. It was the night wind. And the last one, what natural ingredient was mixed with sugar and molasses to create candy in the little house in the big woods? And yes, that would be Little House on the Prairie. And yes, I've seen that. What natural ingredient was mixed with sugar and molasses to create candy in the little house in the big woods? Bye-bye, off for tea, not a problem. And some people are going off for some kind of all-day sewing adventure, which sounds like fun. Hi, Nikki. And it is snow. They mix snow into that. Okay, we're quilting in space. The UFO earrings are on. We just finished a UFO. Yay, yay, yay. And here we go. We are quilting in space. Okay, so now you guys can put in. This is, well, should I read the whole, do you want me to read the whole thing and then put in, you can think of things you could put in? You ready? Hi, Raven. Here we go. Astronaut blank claims that blank in the weightlessness of the International blank station can be blank. Being a blank quilter, she brought her sewing supplies with her into space, including her spool of thread, sharp blank, and blank needles. The only supplies she didn't bring with her were pins, ouch, too blank for space. To keep her supplies from blanking away, she kept them in a Ziploc blank. Precise cutting in the blank gravity is blank and required blank the material down. Bringing a blank machine was out of the question, so she did all her sewing by blank. Her seams do not have perfect blanks. Her seams do not have perfect blank quarter-inch allowances, but the finished product is quite blank to see, especially under those blank circumstances. A video of blank astronaut blank in the space can be seen on blank tube. Just don't try to do this one at home. So ready? Here we go. Have a great day and weekend, everyone who's leaving. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up on your way out. So astronaut blank, who are we going to say? Just let's come up with a name. Astronaut. Who should we pick? Let's see. What's the name that we may pick? Oh, okay, guess what? Oh, Pastry Queen. Okay, Astronaut Pastry Queen. We'll put that down. Okay. Claims that blank, and it has to end in ing. Okay, ing. Claims that blanking in the weightlessness of the International blank station. Astronaut Pastry Queen claims that we used to ask for words and tell the story. We'll start keeping. Hi, Anna. We're having some craziness here. Okay, so Astronaut Pastry Queen claims that quilting in the weightlessness of the International cutting, we're gonna quilting cutting. I'm just going by words I'm seeing right now coming up. Okay, so here you go. Pastry Queen, Astronaut Pastry Queen claims that quilting in the weightlessness of the International cutting station can be crafting. Being a sewing quilter, She brought her sewing supplies with her into space, including her spool of thread and sharp, I need more words. I used all the words that I see. Quilting, sewing, quilting, crafting, cutting, scissors. Okay. Her, including her spool of thread, sharp scissors, and blank needles. So I need a number. Someone put out a number out there. I'll still use the rotary cutter, but let's pull out a number. Astronaut Pastry Queen claims that quilting in the weightlessness of the International Cutting Station can be crafty. Being a sewing quilter, she brought her sewing supplies with her into space, including her spool of thread, sharp scissors, and 10 needles. The only supply she didn't bring was her pins. Ouch. 2 blank for space. 2 blank for space. I'm putting this rotary cutter up here, so I'll use it at one time. 2 blank for space. To keep her supplies from blanking away, she kept them in a Ziploc blank. Precise cutting in, okay, here we go. I need another number. Here we go. We're going to go with the number 5, and then I'll be, okay, I already found a way to put the rotary cutter in here. I'm just now taking some words you're putting out there. Floating, harsh, okay. Okay, we'll put harsh for here. Okay, let's see, floating. We have floating, flying. To keep her supplies from flying. Okay, she kept them in a Ziploc. She's got to keep them in a Ziploc something. And 5 gravity is blank and required. We got case and bag. Let me write this because those are good. Case and bag. Okay. So she kept them in a zip top case. Precise cutting in 5 is blank. Okay, so this is where we're at. You ready? Astronaut Pastry Queen claims that quilting in the weightlessness of the International Cutting Station can be crafting. Being a sewing quilter, she brought her sewing supplies with her into space, including her spool of thread, sharp scissors, and 10 needles. The only supply she didn't bring with her, pins. Ouch! Too harsh for space. To keep her supplies from flying away, she kept them in a Ziploc case. Precise cutting in 5 gravity is blank and required rotary cutting the material down. Bringing a Okay, so I'm going to say bringing a sewing machine. I'm going to write this down because if this is the only way, this would make sense. Bringing a sewing machine was out of the question, so she did all her sewing by impossible. Okay, the gravity is impossible. We'll put impossible there, and then we'll read that again. Is impossible and required rotary cutting the material down. Bringing a sewing machine was out of the question, so she did all her sewing by her... Oh, come on. Oh, I like that. She did all her sewing by her toes. Let's go with it. Alien bones. Okay, well, I'll put alien bones on here somewhere. Okay. Her seams do not have perfect. Let's see, I'm going to grab a number from before. I'm going to go up. We had 10, 5. We're going to say 7. Okay. Her seams do not have perfect 7/4 inch allowances, but the finished product is quite a a blank. Hi, Vera. A blank to see. But her finished product is quite a blank to see, especially under those alien bone circumstances. No. Let me see. Okay, we're going to call this alien bones on here. I'm going to put that at the end, because that makes more sense on the end. And then we had and I have a project bags also was one of the words in here. Here we go. I'm using 2 words in this because I think it's going to be funny. A video of the blank astronaut blank in space can be seen on Alien Bones YouTube. Just don't try this one at home. Hi, Deb. Hi, Crafty Rat. Okay, a video of the blank astronaut. Let's see. How's the baby? The floating. Okay, the floating. A video of the floating astronaut blank in space can be seen. And so a floating astronaut, I'm going to say quilting, right? Because this is about quilting. In space can be seen. Okay, so I'm going to read the whole thing. And then with that, we're having a good, grand old time. It's good. Astronaut. Okay, astronaut. This is called Mad Libs Quilting in Space. Astronaut Pastry Queen claims that quilting in the weightlessness of the International Cutting Station can be crafty. Being a sewing quilter, she brought her sewing supplies with her into space, including her spool of thread, sharp scissors, and 10 needles. The only supplies she didn't bring with her were pins. Ouch! Too harsh for space. To keep her supplies from flying away, she kept them in a Ziploc case. Precise cutting in 5 gravity is impossible and required rotary cutting the material down. Bringing a sewing machine was out of the question, so she did her sewing by her toes. Her seams do not have perfect 7/4 inch seam allowances, but the finished product is quite a delightful mess to see, especially under those project bag circumstances. A video of the floating astronaut quilting in space can be seen on Alien Bones YouTube. Just don't try this one at home. And with that said, oh, hi, Myra. Yeah, because all these are, I don't know. Again, today, it started yesterday with the @ and then the name. And with that said, this is our crazy story. We had a UFO sighting. We finished it, UFO earrings, and we're finishing it off with quilting in space. I don't know why it's showing up, Crafty Rat. Yeah, it does. I don't know. It's doing crazy things. Think of words. Here we go. We'll have a new Mad Libs coming out soon. I just don't know when. And it's going to be Diary of a Fabricaholic. Diary of a Fabricaholic. So that will be a fun Mad Lib to do. And you kiddos do that as a creative writing exercise. Your kiddos should do that as a creative writing exercise. Yes, we do Mad Libs at school. That's a popular thing. But with that said, it's a beautiful but cold Sunday. And Mama J here says that Donnell is having her sale on her channel today at her regular time in an hour and a half. So there we go. We've got Donnell on with a sale. Yes, and you know, we just had, I was on her live for all of 2 seconds yesterday. She's selling Christmas trees for her doggy shelter. Oh, my goodness. I was popping in everybody's lives because I literally had only 5. I didn't have a solid 15-minute break. I had 5 minutes here and 10 minutes there, and I always hit who was live right then and there. Yeah, it totally, my Jersey girl just went right out my head. She was making Christmas trees for the doggy shelter. And I can't think of it right now. But anyway, Everyone, have a wonderful weekend. Take care of yourself. Pass it forward if you can. And that just means just giving a smile to someone. And I will see you not tomorrow that I know of. I don't think I'll see you tomorrow. Anna, I will see you later on today. And yeah, because Deb and Lisa the awkward quilter will be on. Joe, that's what, the other Joe. It's what I was thinking of. So everyone have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye. And on your way out, give me a thumbs up. Bye-bye.